Hi crafty friends, I hope you're well. My name is Tony Darroch and this is the How to Craft Network studio. If you're watching this video right now, that can mean only one thing: you have scanned that QR code on your first celebratory box, Cotton Pines. And here is the first demonstration. Now, as promised, you are going to get 5 different techniques using your wonderful celebration boxes, and that will continue on throughout all of your boxes right up until May. So I have my first demonstration here. Now, as always, I never set anything in stone. I go with it and just see what the outcome is. So I think this is going to be quite a cute card, and one that you might not have thought of just looking at your content. So I hope you've enjoyed opening your box. I hope you've enjoyed what's inside. Now's the time to be inspirational together and just share the love of craft. So let's have a look at what we've got. So I think I'm going to do a craft coloured card today. Just a 5x7. We're going to use the stencil, which is in your kit, and some of the lovely pattern papers. Oh, and the tree stamps. Oh, and the snowflakes and everything. Let's just use it all. So if you are crafting along, I have here my stamp set. I have a mask. I've cut a piece of pattern paper from the kit. I've got a matte and layer piece too, just to enhance it a little bit. And then I've got my craft coloured card. So let's just move all this out of the way, and I'm going to make quite a nice background. So I'm just going to grab my trees here, and I'm going to do it with a block because I don't want it to be too precise either. So let's just take, and the great thing about this one is you get the variation in trees, so you can really create rise and fall. So let's go with this one first. I'm just going to pop it on here. And I think because I'm using a craft coloured card, I'm going to use a distress ink. This one's vintage photo, but anything with a brown tone. I'm not even sure if this will show up great on this card, but who knows? So let's get some colour on here. If it doesn't, we'll swap it out for a darker one. Doesn't look like much colour's getting on there. On my ink pad might be dry. It's an old one, as you can see. So let's try. We'll try. Let's just hold our thing in place here to help me out a little bit. So let's stamp about here. See if we get anything at all. Push, push, push. Oh, perfect. That's just what I wanted. So let's do some random sort of tree. I'm going to do like a landscape here. Now, don't forget in your kit, these do come with the outline dies. So if you really do want to create perspective with these, you totally can do that. Cut them out with the coordinating dies. So another one here. And then maybe one at the side, just a little bit lower. And I'm going like up and down because I'm going to use the other ones as well. So let's just move that out of the way and just pop this up here. Off the page maybe, like so. And then I think it would look lovely with a green tree in there as well to really create that sort of mood in there. So I'm just grabbing a quick green from my stash here. And I think I'm going to incorporate some green as well. So I've just grabbed this one here, which is the Eyes Ink one. And let's swap out for a different tree. Or maybe shall we use the same one with the different colour first? Let's get some green on here. So I'll pop this one maybe here. Don't look at how ugly it looks at the moment because it won't look like that. So let's just move that out of the way. Let's swap our tree for this tall one. Do this one in green. Oh, we could do it in both colours actually, couldn't we? So let's do a tall tree here. So some are sparse, some are filled in with more detail. I think I'm going to put another green one in there, just higher. And then let's pop one off to the left here so it looks like it's just creeping in. And let's swap this one for the smaller one, the little stubby one. Let's pop a green one in. Just at the front, let's pop a stubby brown one in too. So we're creating sort of like a lovely horizon with trees here. Maybe do a second generation, might get that fill. So that looks quite cool, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to leave that one. So let's just pop this one back on here. Now I am going to take the snowflakes And we'll do a snowflake as well. Now I'm thinking about doing them in brown and then a little bit of an overlay of the white to give it like that shadow. But just let's get some detail in the sky first. So we'll stick with the colour theme for now. Let's swap out for a different shape. Go bigger. Don't forget always to do them like at the top and off your page as well. Let's just swap out for a different one. And then let's grab our white. Let's add some white ones too. Now they will probably be quite bright because my white is incredible, but they will dry a little bit lighter. So a little bit more white on there. I've gone for second generation so you don't get that full. Swap this one out for this one. Try not to press on. And it keeps going and keeps going. So got a nice snowy sky there. Looking quite random at the moment, but just stay with. So let's just tidy up this part here. So what I'm going to do now is I just set that aside to dry, and then I'm going to bring in my lovely stag. Now I'm going to do something different with this rather than use it as a stencil. I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock and I'm going to draw around it, and then I'm going to cut it out. Now I'm thinking if we did it on a colour like the colour we've got on our, it won't be as harsh. So let me just find, so you've all got these papers too, so you'll be able to grab the papers. So what colour? Let's have a look. I do like the flash of gold running through. So let me just grab one of those, this one. So with this particular one, I'm going to draw around. I'm going to pick the best place. Shall we have a little bit of white in there too? So have it all gold. I think I'm going to go here. I like the all gold, just simply because it will look like we've texturised our lovely stag. So I'm going to get my pencil. I'm just going to draw around. It doesn't have to be perfect, don't forget that. So I'm not too precious about it because I'm going to rough the edges up with my scissors anyway, you know, to give it like that vintagey type style look. So I'm just going all the way around. And if you need to hold it in place with your magnet from your mat, do so. Go all the way up around its ear, onto its antler. And again, don't put yourself under pressure to get it perfect. It's the suggestion that it's a stag. It doesn't have to be pristine. So now I have my pencil sketch on there. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut it out best I can. But again, because I've done it on that patterned paper, you know, it really won't matter how off I am really with it, because the pattern paper is going to hide a lot of sins, should we say. I'm just going to go around his ear. And the antlers are not too difficult either. I wouldn't say so anyway. And I always say when things are quite difficult, as you know. So let's just go into this detail here and then around. I'm just going to take this off, take it out the page. It'll help me with my cutting a little bit. I'm twisting the paper and not my scissors really. So So in, down, around, and up by the little horn area. This paper is so wonderful. It can be used for so many things. Like this, for instance, I can't create this texture on my cards. I really can't. I'm rubbish at it. So I'm just going to go round and round. And if I see any pencil line, it's fine because I'm going to add a little bit of colour to the edge to make it maybe look a little bit more vintage. Back round his ear, down by the neck. It's not taking too long, guys. It really isn't. I think it'll be worth it. And this card's going to look awesome. And then down by its tail, take that off there. And then round the back of his leg. It's like a little embellishment now. He's got a little belly. Give him a little belly. And down by the foot. Then it actually does go up into his foot a little bit. Oh, it actually comes in a little bit there. Follow the pencil line, Tony. Stop cheating. And there you have your wonderful stag, which is super, super cute. Look at him now. He's cool, isn't he? So now let's have a look where I wanted to go with this. I'm just going to bring this in. As you can see, that white ink's drying beautifully. But what I did want to do was, we have an exterior on this stencil. Now, with these sort of inspirational videos, I really want to try things that you probably wouldn't try normally. So hopefully there'll be something in these videos that you're inspired by and you will take it away and be creative. So now I'm just going to pop my stag on here. And I'm thinking we'll do the inside or the outside. Let's have a think about this. Let's do the outside. That's a great thing about it. You have options. It's so wonderful. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my white ink. And I'm going to grab a little blending brush. I'm going to hold it in place. Just take off the excess on this piece of card here. I don't want it too white. So take off the excess. And all I'm going to do is just go on outside of my stag. Just soft, okay? Pounds, pounds, pounds. Just want the outline. It's like dusting with icing sugar. All the way down. Just hold it in place and then tap off. Keep going. I'm just pouncing to get the shape first of all, and then I'm going to try and blend it out softly. So round by the tail. Let's see. So you that looks cool, doesn't it? And then because this ink is so wonderful, I'm just going to soften that edge with my finger. Around his belly. And it's just soft to give you that beautiful glow. I'm really chuffed with that one. So let's just move this out of the way for now. Let's tidy up a little bit. And then the plan is I'm going to bring this in, and then I'm going to pop this gold over the centre, and I'm going to have a banner. You're not going to see much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down. I want a slither to connect because it's chaos at the moment, so I need a slither to connect it. So that edge, I'll take a bit off this edge. So let's see what that looks like. Hopefully we'll still be able to see our stag underneath. Just let's make it a little bit thinner. Oh, there we go. We can still see that beautiful stag underneath there. And we just need to cut this to size 2. This will go in the centre. Like I see, it's cut very straight there, don't it? No. Come on. Just let's pop it against that line there. Then I know it's straight. Let's see if that looks any good. That's a little bit better. There we go. So let's just move this out of the way for now. I'm going to stick this onto here. I think I might trim this craft as well. I think there's a little bit too much craft on show. Let's just take a slither off this craft edge. A little bit more. Let's make it straight at the very least. There we go. And then I think I'm going to pop this in here just to tie it all together so we still see our beautiful stag in the background. And I'll just mark it where I want to cut it. I think I'm going to bring it a little bit lower so you get to see the stag sort of body there. We'll just probably go there because my tree line. So let's just pop that on there. About there. We have our stag, which you could absolutely inlay in so it looks like it's got a glow behind it. Can we see that here? That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? Now I just need to bring this to life a little bit because he's getting lost on my card. So let's bring in, see what it looks like with a hue of white around. So he's going to get a nice little glow too. What this looks like. Blend it out a little bit. Just grab my cloth to clean that. Oh, he stands a little bit prouder now, doesn't he? Still not quite right though. Just going to take my scissors. Just going to give him a little bit of distress. Might add a bit of vintage on here too. Just to watch you don't tear his antlers when you're doing this though. Make him a bit more vintage. You are old. I'm making you old. Let's just add a little bit of vintage on there too. A nice fine liner pen around this would look cool, I think, as well. You know, just bringing back a little bit of that detail. And then give his little antlers a twist. I'm going to drop him just off the shadow. So the shadow's in the back and he's in the front. And then the sentiment sheets you get in here, the green ones are fantastic. But as you go through your boxes, you're going to have a whole bunch of these different ones. So let's just take one of these lovely sentiments and let's go with Joy to the World. And to make it pop a bit, we just need to mount it onto, let's go black actually, and then this can be sort of like one of the focuses. Let's just get a tape pen. And that one down. Now we have a lovely sentiment that says Joy to the World. And there you have a 3D stag card with a lovely panoramic view of some festive trees. Now you could add a ton of sparkle if you want to. You don't even have to do the halo in the background if you didn't want to. But that is a card in its simplest form using the wonderful stencil and stamp. I hope you liked that one. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on using alternative colours with your card blanks. And this is a craft coloured card, which is that brown earthy tone, which is wonderful. So whatever you're doing, have a great day. Let me know your thoughts and please post your mates over on our Eureka fan page. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.